Right now, 5:30, disgraced South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh, who was convicted of killing his wife and son, may now get a new murder trial. So this comes after South Carolina's highest court agreed to be able to hear his appeal. The appeal was over claims of jury tampering. So it all now centers around a court clerk named Becky Hill. And Murdaugh's lawyers are now arguing that Hill tampered with the jury, telling them not to trust Murdaugh and to be able to speed up the verdict. They also accused her of using the case to promote herself and a book that she wrote about the trial. All right, let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Alex Murdaugh to this conversation. I mean, we've seen this with high celebrities, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein. So what does this mean for Murdaugh and his team?
Well, I mean, once we went through this process before already, where the former Chief Justice of South Carolina came through, listened to the testimony, talked to the jurors, and decided that there was not enough there for this to warrant a new trial. His team immediately appealed to the Court of Appeals, and now they're asking that the Supreme Court not let it go to the Court of Appeals and just jump in instantly and hear the case. So a couple of things. I clerked for a number of judges. In this portion of the process, every judge that I've ever worked for said the exact same thing. The jury portion of a trial is the most important portion. It's super sacred. You want to ensure that there is not even the hint of impropriety. You want to ensure that the jurors are not touched, that they're not even bothered. Like if you walk by them, don't speak to them. You know, my judge was always give those types of instructions to ensure that there was not even a whiff of impropriety, because if there was, jury can be a mistrial, there can be appeals. So protecting the jury is super important. And so in this case, where Becky Hill was telling them not to believe not just the defendant, but he was a witness. He took the stand. And so if you're saying undermining his credibility, don't listen to him, speed up the process, those are things that were crucial to them making their decision. So when the former judge said, you know what, I don't think it played into their mindset, I'd have to say I wholeheartedly disagree. If every day you're walking to that jury box and someone's telling you, don't listen to this guy, that you have to make a decision on, don't listen to what he's saying, he's a liar, he's not trustworthy, it has to be in the back of your mind.
And you also have to think, too, the relationship, because, I mean, she's setting up lunches, she's ordering things, she's kind of like the den mother.
She's in that position of power.
She's in that position of, you know, crossing every day. So right now, Murdaugh is serving 2 life sentences. Do you think he can get out of jail?
I mean, he has a legal team that's fighting the good fight. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what you want. If you're convicted of a charge, if you're convicted on both federal and state charges, both criminal and these financial-based charges, you want your legal team out there doing work. First of all, I commend his team for filing all these appeals. First, you have to preserve the appeal.
Right.
Make sure you put it on the record while trial's happening. If you think there's some injustice, raise it so then you can preserve it later down the road. That's what his team did. He's appealing the federal financial crimes charges. I mean, so at some point, if this case is overturned and he miraculously wins that case and the federal one is thrown out, he still will be in there for the state charges on the financial, because they haven't appealed that. But there is a potential that he could get out. If both of those charges go away, he'd only have to serve the state charges. And again, this is good lawyering, because you want to make sure if you see something wrong, you protect it. Oftentimes, these cases, they're tossed out because they say, well, you didn't raise the issue at trial.
Right.
You failed to mention this was a problem. Once they found out about this, they brought it instantly to the court. Even though the Chief Justice at the time, former Chief Justice, decided that it wasn't enough, I think they're doing everything that you want to do to ensure that he gets an opportunity to have another trial, because it needs to be fair and impartial. And right now, it doesn't seem like it was impartial.
I got to get this question in. So after it leaves the South Carolina Supreme Court, then where could it go next?
They'll remand it back to this trial court and allow them to have a new trial.
All right, sounds good. Alex Murdaugh, thanks for your insight as always.